Welcome to a Moon Day edition of Good Dunning with myself. My name's Josh, Mr. Floyd, and welcome to Millie. And if there's anybody else here, Suzette, Blast, Tina, Good Dunning as well. Welcome, guys. We're gonna let everybody pile in. Hopefully, we special guest get Victor here today. We've got a special something for him. But yeah, so welcome, guys. Grateful to have all of you here. Grateful for Moon Day. Welcome, Millie. School orientation favor to your school orientation for your middle schooler today. But favor. And so welcome, guys. Welcome to another edition. You can tell when I wake up late, right? Because we have the hat o hair, right? You know, my hair is actually like we all have something, right? Gotta have something. So my hair is my something, part of my something, right? At my age, he's got a full head of hair. Yeah, right. So there you go. But so welcome, guys. Grateful to see you here. Let's see, Karen, 500, Suki, Bonnie Binsky, Mealy, Tina. Here, we'll preview. Waiting for Victor to show up so I can eat some breakfast here. But so we'll have some everybody's favorite compounded sugar breakfast. But, so yeah, so we're gonna good dawning, Lakeside Laura. So yeah, we've got the. No, I don't do dairy milk because I do when I like in product, but not in drink because I used to be allergic to it. So we have a glass of milk day oats. So we will eat breakfast with Victor in a little bit here, and yeah. So welcome, guys. Today we have the Master Ascension Light Code deck, as we do every Monday, from Archangel Raphael. We have the clear quartz to clear from the weekend and set intentions for the new week, and we have Kuan Yin to. That's how she comes out when she channels. So yeah, I have Kuan Yin, and we're gonna do a intentional card from Kuan Yin as well. Lakeside. Every time I see Lakeside, I think about the band, right? The Lakeside Shuffle. Do the Lakeside dance. But yeah, or Fantastic Voyage from Lakeside. I'm old school, and I like old school R&B and old school. Exactly. Most of your rap, a good portion of your rap came from sampling Lakeside. There you go. And of course, I knew two members from Parliament Funkadelic, so I don't know how that happens. When you know two people from one band, what I don't know how that. I never met George Clinton, but all right. So let's see what we get here. How we doing, guys? Do we have a good weekend? Maybe he will smell. Yeah, exactly. Right. All right, Victor, wake up so I can eat breakfast. We've got these in mind with Victor in mind. I think it's the first Little Debbie's I've bought in a while. I really wanted the nutty bars, but obviously we can't do that. So we could, but I'd probably eat the whole package at once. That's the dangerous thing. I can't keep these things in the house because I have that OC, obsessive compulsive personality. And so Suzette. Grateful to see you. But yeah, otherwise I'd eat the whole package of nutty bars at one foul swoop. One foul swoop. It'd be foul, all right. The swoop of it. But yeah, all right. So let's see what we get here, guys, as we compile into the dawning here. We also have Kuan Yin. Let's do Kuan Yin first. We're not even gonna shuffle. Ooh. Take the face cards. Always want to take the introduction card out. You never want to pull the introduction card as your card, but you could, but I'm like that with ice cream. Yeah, there's certain things I just can't keep in the house. Peanut butter pretzels? No. Not allowed. They're allowed, but then I got to realize that self-control, right? The controlling of oneself as to not eat the entire package. That goes back to trauma eating and stuff. That's just something I enjoy, honestly. There's no trauma involved. Sometimes you just overeat because you enjoy it. First day of fourth grade tomorrow. Your Lakeside Laura's back in fourth grade, so everybody, she's like Billy Madison, right? Do you have to go back to complete the will? First day of fourth grade tomorrow for our grandson. We're raising back to normalcy. Yeah, everyone's going back to school. What is it back to school in August? We would like jam it out knowing we had another week left. Everyone's back to school. Back to school to get off before the holiday. So like go to school, take off school, go back to school. Why don't they just start? It was real simple. Memorial Day to Labor Day. I don't know what happened to that. Where did that go? I know school districts now, like out here in Colorado, they don't even get snow days. Period. There's 0 snow days in the budget. None, because since they set up their stuff for COVID online, then anytime it snows, they just go online. So no more snow days ever. Not allowed. Slide, slide, slippity slide. Do the lakeside. All right, not at the lakeside. Stuck them at do the side. All right. Yes, it was after Labor Day when I was growing. See, exactly. It always was. It was like the national thing. We all knew you had 3 months. Now it's like you have 2 months and a week, or some schools, 95 days or whatever insane, insane lack of summer vacation they get. I guess we could all be in Japan and go 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, no vacation. I think they get the 2 weeks a year. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's see what we get from Kuan Yin. All right, I'll cut Kuan Yin into 3, just like we're really doing like a man and the sword in the box, right? All right, let's take the card from Kuan Yin here and see what we get. We'll take the bottom card. All right, we have a legal card that we can show on YouTube. About 30% of these cards are for YouTube's sake. They're they're really no big deal. But even a artist descriptiveness of a, no breast, none of that. Can't have that. So here we go. But you can. If you dig around YouTube, right, and it's not even purposeful sometimes, you can find there's foreign YouTube that you can actually get yourself into their algorithm. Then there's all kinds of nudity on YouTube, but just not in America. And if you didn't know that, there's all kinds of stuff you would never think would be on YouTube. It's just not here in America. All right, so here we go. Kuan Yin. I'll let you look at her tube top for a minute, and you decide. There's Kuan Yin. All right, so Kuan Yin, the Princess of the Autumn Harvest. And we are going towards autumn. What are you looking to harvest this autumn? That's a really good card. And just in the title alone. So the Princess of the Autumn Harvest. And it says that the Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings, what can we do? Gifts of bounty and blessings for efforts and actions of the past. It is the time when the fruit of your labors are ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. With gratitude in your heart, that you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing it is a justly deserved reward. All right, so there you go. So what blessing, and don't be karmic to yourself. What are you allowing to come into your universe? We know as of next week, next Tuesday, get joining shifts to 5:30 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. Why? Because a blessing came into my life that allows me to make some decent money for the next 4 months before I scatter zoom my universe out of Colorado when my lease expires. But so we have a universe we're looking to go to now, and so from your end here, let's keep this card out. From your end, what are you looking to bring in? So the blessings of the sun here. So what are you looking to bring into your universe with the Princess of the Autumn Harvest? What are you harvesting? So there you go. All right, Teresa, good dawning. Welcome, Teresa. She's live. And the reason why you never see me in your lives, Teresa, is because usually my call time for work is generally about when you go live. So between 3 and 4 is when I get called to work. And so I'm usually clocking in, checking in, heading down to my shift. So unfortunately, Teresa, that's why you don't see me often in your lives. It's not anything. It's not definitely not your content or anything else. So it's there are just a few of you guys out there that you may not see very often of me, and it's just based on timing of your channels, nothing more. So like when I go to work till 4:30 and I'm off at 3 o'clock, I'll be in the thick of it in training. So it's hard to do that. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you don't see me around, it's not because I'm dissing you or dissing anything else. It's just because as it gets better, you get busy, gratefully. I just don't have as much time for YouTube, which is not a terrible thing. Tina, good dawning, Tina. Grateful. All right, so if anybody sees Victor in the chat, we can eat breakfast here, but we'll see if he shows up here. I wish I had the availability to exactly. I mean, we could always split screen it. Like sprain my foot, and it's getting better. Sprains can like a sprained foot can feel better instantaneously. It's really weird. But yeah, I was wearing my older Sambas, but they blew out. So if you're wearing Samba shoes that blow out, eventually you have no structure in there. Yeah, exactly. So I put in my old Sambas, which aren't blown out, and they work fine, and my foot's healing. But so it's not broken. I know that much. But yeah, I sprained my foot. But for having flat feet and going this long without having foot issues, especially with this job, I'm grateful. Being running around on my feet, yeah, I am truly Assalamualaikum. Abbas Ali, good dawning, welcome. Assalamualaikum. There you go. Good dawning. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you, Abbas. If first time here, grateful. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. All of you guys, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for when we go live, which is Moonday through Friday. At the moment, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Next week, it'll be 7:30 a.m. for the entire month of September as I go to training. And either today or tomorrow, but not much more than tomorrow. I have to go to my new job. Today, I may go back and take a nap after good dawning, but I got to get to my new job at some point, no later than tomorrow, because I have to shuffle my schedule around at my old job to get be able to work my new job. I've enjoyed your content, Teresa. The timing has been off on the lives though, and I forget to leave a message. Yeah, we're not blowing. No. And for those of you guys, yeah, if you ever do get a chance, if you watch somebody in the replay, let them know that you did by just putting a thumbs up in the chat or in the comments or something. For anybody you guys do, it's generally the nice thing to do. But yeah, we're definitely not dissing in any aspect. It's really some 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Generally for anybody's generally like a busier time. At least, but for myself, I'll be jammed up in work. But thank you. All right, so let's see what we get here, guys. All right, we cut the card, so we're going to take the bottom card for energetics. Mo, good dawning. Grateful to see you, beautiful soul. And yeah, so I'll have interesting news for you, Mo, and for Hershey at some point, but we're not going to say anything yet. But my universe is getting interesting, and I'll have interesting news for some people here. I'll announce it on the channel at some point, but all right, here. So here's what we got here, and today's card is protection. We'll put the card up. There you go. There's the card. No, protection. There we go. Right. All right. So protection, and I'll let you interpret what we're looking at here. Protection can mean a million different things. Are you protecting yourself from yourself? Are you protecting? I know your boundaries. So there you go. Protect yourself. Right? Check yourself. All right. So white-tailed hawk is the next card. Retreat to nature. So there you go. We do that often here, and they're down the street. So retreat to nature actually next Monday, since I'm off work on Memorial Day. I will go into the mountains. I haven't been able to. It's just been crazy summer, just working, taking what they're given, right? As we working for a living. But hey, we're working though, right? I spent how many years sitting on my Hillary Duff, doing nothing. So yeah, bringing in my own. Grateful. Mo, Henny, and Clint. Clint, good dawning, brother. Somebody send the Millie. Can you call Victor so I can eat breakfast? If you would, please. All right, white-tailed hawk, retreat to nature. So yeah, we will do that. Exactly, and new nature coming, guys. All right, the shift is Earth Star. Ground yourself. Well, what the hell, right? You can't put two better cards together. You guess you could if you tried, right? Retreat to nature. Go ground yourself when you're in there. There you go. So retreat to nature. Why? Because you ground yourself. There you go. The card tells you what to do. Earth Star. So when you retreat to nature, you will be grounding yourself. I can't write this. I don't make this up. So go ground, however you do. Hug a tree. That's grounding too. I was standing 2 days ago at work. I was standing outside watching the Welcome Fest at CU, and go look up the artist Melii. Oh my God. Some of the most foul stuff I ever heard in my universe. I can't believe that a public school would be even allowed. Yeah, there's a. I'm gonna just leave it alone. But yeah, we'll just say yeah, crazy. Metatron build. What the hell? So it's asking us to know your retreat to nature, ground yourself, and build the foundation. So these are all root cards. for damn sure. Root chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra cards. So Metatron, climb into the cube there and build a foundation that works for you with Metatron, but don't trap yourself in his cube. You can do that. So there you go. Build the foundation. So I guess we'll mirror this, or we'll put this into a context here. So know your bound. Protect yourself. It's all about protecting yourself, right? I guess. But you can only protect yourself so much. You got to allow yourself to be vulnerable too, right? So protect yourself. Know your boundaries. So in order to protect you, I guess you would retreat to nature. And red-tailed hawk. Is that a white-tail? White-tailed hawk. There we go. Red-tails are more common out here, but hawks. So you retreat to nature. Why? So you can ground yourself. It's real simple. The Earth Star chakra. There you go. So ground yourself into the Earth Star. When you retreat to nature, I don't make these up. And you saw me shuffle them. So there we go. And then, of course, build the foundation. Foundation, make sure it's grounded, right? There you go. That's what they're asking you to do, is ground your foundation. This is not complicated stuff. So build your foundation and make sure it's what? Grounded. There you go, guys. All right. So that is the Master Ascension Light Code deck from Kelly Kaladny of the Archangel Raphael channel. And yeah, Angela, thank you again. If you missed Angela on Friday, what was wrong with you? Absolutely, it's like insane. It was amazing. And so if you want to more amazing, then you can rewatch it, of course. But we'll have Angela on probably next week, once every 2 weeks, give or take. And yeah, so we'll have Angela back on, and but she was amazing. If you did miss that, on her birthday, no less, guys. What is wrong with you? On her day of her birth. So yeah, thank you, Angela. Fatima, good dawning as well. Grateful, beautiful soul. So welcome. Think about what you want to ground into the clear quartz here. We're going to do so as well. I had a most likely we're going to go live with Chloe as well this weekend for some Chloe's crystal sales. We're waiting. Chloe's waiting for bank transactional stuff, and then eventually her website will be live, not Memorex. So very shortly, guys, Chloe will be live. We'll get an update on the website. If we go live with Chloe this, we most likely will this weekend, Saturday or Sunday, Saturday probably. But yeah, so how are we doing, guys? How's your universe? Everybody have a good weekend. I am. Remember, I am. We're going to work with the I am today. We did a short last Friday, or ramblings, I should say. Ramblings on I am last Friday, because generally what you say I am, you generally create. Subconsciously, your body will lean into, and you'll just generally create it, whether you realize it or not. Like I said, I am moving to Longmont a year and a half after I moved to Colorado, and I did within 3 days. I have lots of other I ams that I've created, and they all come into fruition generally if you let them flow. Rick, beautiful soul of light and love. Rick is an inspiration, at least to myself. I don't know about you guys, but Rick is an amazing soul. He had something, and he stopped the treatments, and it cleared up nonetheless. The treatments were making worse situation for him than what he had, and the energies of what he had left anyways without the treatment. And you get the idea. And we don't want to bring it back or even discuss it. But so yeah, so Rick is a master of healing thyself, and it's beautiful to see you here, brother. Miss seeing you over at Arwayne Steiger, which we don't watch generally anymore. Just keeping it positive. But yeah, grateful to see you there. Much love, brother. Yeah, all right. So let's clear some stuff. We're gonna maybe work with the curve cards here, but we're gonna do what we generally need to do for the weekend for the week first. Good to see you, brother. It's nice to have you in the chat. Yeah, so if anybody sees Victor in the chat, or if he pops in, make sure so we can. I brought enough for everybody to share, but you know, it's kind of hard to do over the phone. But yeah, so nonetheless, and they're good. You know, I never actually. It's the first time I've ever actually bought a packages. Usually, if I'm going to buy anything by Little Debbie, it's the nutty bars because I'm a nutty guy. But the closest thing to a candy bar that the wafers and the nuts and the chocolate, good stuff. All right. So from your end, how was your weekend? Did you guys have an intentional weekend, or was it an unintentional? Sometimes unintentional things happen. But yeah. So I miss you guys over at Wayne's World. Yeah. 11 o'clock. Also, what I noticed for myself, he's on at 11, and by that point, I roll. It's like I have things. I'm generally out and about, but I may pop in there at some point, but generally speaking, I'm only watching titles that are kind of uplifting. I've noticed Wayne's titles. If you step back and look at all of Wayne's titles, we're screwed. The AI is going to this and that, and I love Wayne. I love him to death, but I just can't. I can't drag into that energy. It's just heavier than I need to. But I love you guys. But yeah, I've light. It's not that the world is all light and love or anything, but blessings, Henny, Clint, Mo, Angela, and Rick. Yes. Rick, love him. I started noticing I felt weird sometimes after watching the show, like out of it for a while. Exactly. I noticed the same thing. It would just energy. It's all about how the energy is before I step into the show and then how I feel after the show. In general, I felt this vibration of agitation after the show. And of course, my thoughts were generally on whatever he was talking about, and not always the best, right? We're screwed. AI is going to take over or whatever. But you know what? I just need to take over my own universe and let the rest of it do what it's going to do. Mo, read my. Okay, thanks, Mo. Let me back up. Oh, let's see here. Josh, tap your temples 5 times. Okay, I can do that. Like right here. Temple. That would be my forehead. Well, Victor, 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 Victor. There we go. I think I was 6. John, good dawning. John and Fatima there. If you're not subscribed to John nor Fatima, then what is wrong with you? John is an accomplished guitar player who has created his own music. And that's pretty amazing itself. Generally, most people don't create anything. A mess or a bill. My dad loved those nutty bars, the Swiss rolls. I almost bought a package of Swiss rolls too. Those are like my 2 favorite things. I believe his last meal was Dairy Cream ice cream and a nutty bar. There you, man with good taste. Did you get one of those giant Swiss ice cream rolls from Dairy Queen? Okay, moving too slow. Must put down phone. Yeah, I think Millie has school today. She's going to school, right? Let us know in the chat. We're not asking you to put the phone up, but just a thumbs up. So I think Millie has school today. She's got her daughter's orientation, but it's an all-day school deal. So they're teaching the adults what it's like to be a student in the school, I guess, and they even get a piece of square pizza, I guess. If do they still do the square pizza in school? Oh, there we go. Nutty bars are the only ones I can tolerate. Those types of foods, but only like 1 or 2 bites before I have to stop. See, that's my down the other way around. If I have a package of nutty bars in the house, then the entire package of nutty bars, like at 2 a.m., I'll be like, oh, what am I doing? Why am I eating nutty bars? I don't have any I don't have any control over these. I mean, I do. We all do, but I'd have to exert more will than generally I'm willing to exert when I have chocolate in front of my face. That's why I'm dangerous. Like one of those like giant brick chocolate, dark chocolates or something like Dale's or whatever. What is it? Dale? I think it's Dale. I would end up, no, dangerous. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. I need like a Walmart associate, like lock it up behind the cabinet and have to push the button and be like, you rang, or what can I release from your snack cabinet? So that's off to work, everyone. Have a fantastic Taco Tuesday Eve. Love you all. Clint, love you, brother. I'll catch you around the videos there. Not, I don't know about today, if you're live today, but you're headed to work, but later today. Unless I got it wrong, I did. Unless I got it wrong, Chopi, I did. Of course, she was set up late. She was up late with me. Favor. All right. I made chocolate cake for my son coming home. Oh yeah, that's right. Your son came home. How was his leave from the military there, Lakeside? Her son came home from military leave, which is amazing. And I made chocolate cake for my son coming home. That'll be my breakfast. Remember the Bill Cosby there? We don't want to discuss Bill Cosby. But Dad is great. Give us the chocolate cake. What do you remember that? What do you want for breakfast? I want cake. Cake. Flour, eggs, milk, wheat. Dad's a hero. Remember that? Shoop, shoop, shoop. Chocolate cake, chocolate cake, chocolate cake, chocolate cake. Dad is great. Give us the chocolate cake. Remember that? Yeah, we don't really. Nobody discusses Bill Cosby anymore. At least not in any humorous tones. But unless you're the page there who's passing out checks. But passing checks to his mistresses, and then he gave up passing out the checks and gave him in. Turned him in. I don't even think you can find I think you would have to like. You'd probably have a better chance of finding like the one-legged ballerina network than like a one-legged ballerina live on TV than you would probably finding an episode. I mean, you can find a one-armed drummer, so why couldn't you find a one-legged ballerina, right? But Def Leppard, yeah. But nonetheless, I had a one-armed pitcher. Remember Jim Abbott? So yeah, why can't we find a one-legged ballerina? But nonetheless, be hopping on stage though. That'd be kind of tough. But exactly, yeah. So you better chance of getting struck by lightning than finding Bill Cosby's show on TV. I have grapefruits. I think I'm going to eat one now. Is it pink or is it a white grapefruit? That is the question. A pink grapefruit tree behind my house during Hurricane Andrew, and it sounded like bloody thud, thud, thud at 100 miles an hour. These 120 miles an hour. These grapefruits getting whirled against the side of the house. Had I not barricaded the window, which you have to anyways at a hurricane, but had I not boarded up the window, I would have grapefruits that smashed through the window at 100 miles an hour. Pink. There you go. You have to, yeah, pink grapefruit. You got to put sugar or something on it to sweeten it up. I think it's the white grapefruit. I don't like the pink grapefruit. Yeah, and pink grapefruit's more common, but that's the one that's kind of sour, kind of. But yeah, so let's ground into this week here and clear some energies. Tino Woodruff, I'll tell him what. That's funny, Josh, being bombarded with grapefruit. Yeah, no, well, we had the grapefruit tree in the back, right? And then the hurricane comes, and it's like, where are these grapefruit going to go? So the next day, of course, the grapefruit tree had no grapefruit on it, not many. Once it survived, I don't know how. And but they were all smashed up against the side of the house. It hosed off the house. But yeah, there was a grapefruit suicide wall. All righty. I put a little sugar on top and sometimes maraschino cherries. Didn't Millie say that she lived down the street from a maraschino cherry factory in chat one day? Let's see, cherries out the evening. I need to buy the white, yellow ones, a little sugar on top. Friend had a coconut tree. Poor girl heard. Oh, wow. Put the lime in the coconut. That'd be fun. Fresh coconut milk. There you go. All right. So let's ground into some, clear some, definitely a little sugar. Cody, good dawning. I have a peach tree. There you go. Ooh, there you go. Are you in Georgia or? All right. Yes, I did. So, yeah, Millie had lived next to it, down the street from a. So all the maraschino cherries the kids could go get when they go down to the factory there, at the top of the street. That's crazy. That's awesome, actually. Maraschino cherries are awesome. But it's like eating like candied cherries, right? What is that juice that they put them in? It's always reminded me of like grenadine, like cherries and grenadine. But my neighbor has a peach tree with one big arm hanging over my backyard. All right, so Karen can steal the peach because it's in her yard, so she can go eat a peach. And eat a peach, just you and the Allman Brothers, right? I had a peach tree, got sick, and had the favor to your peach tree there. But all right, so let's work with the. We're going to ground in. We're going to clear some intentions from this week, or clear some energies from this weekend. There we go. We do this every moon day. So we start fresh, new and exciting. She's so inviting to me. All these 80s song references I throw out. All right, so let's start a new edition in your day. Fresh, new, and exciting. Victor, good dawning. All right, welcome, Victor. You are not allowed to take your head off the screen if you can hear me. All right, it's breakfast time on Good Dawning here. And in honor of Victor, for you, brother, it's breakfast on Good Dawning with Victor. So I can't have you literally on. We could one day. So one day I'm going to have Victor on here. We'll send him a link, and we'll do this on StreamYard. But Victor, these zebra cakes are for you, brother. So let's have breakfast for you, brother. All right. So as we munch on zebra cakes in honor of Victor, for you, brother. We love you, man. All right. This is the first official box of zebra cakes I ever bought. I used to buy Nutty Bars, but zebra cakes are good too. I did have one the other day, a package at like midnight. That's why I'm dangerous, because if you keep snacks, I don't keep snacks in my house because at like midnight, I have no like there's nobody saying to stop. And my 2-year-old in me is like, well, who's going to care? And so, Victor, this is for you, brother. Good stuff. Surprisingly, you would think Little Debbie's and stuff would be drier because they just sit around, but they're not. They're really good. Honestly, and I'll be as honest as I can. There's not a lot of no, this isn't bakery quality, but it's good. Love you, brother. All right, so let's clear some energies. I'm gonna take a sip of. This isn't regular milk, guys. I used to have an allergy to milk. When I was born, I was highly allergic to dairy products. We found out because the first time I drank real milk, I projectile vomited, and they took me to the doctor. But yeah, so I'm actually, this is oat milk. And how you squeeze the little tits on the oat milk. Each little, you have to squeeze the oat. I would tell you that's a lot of work squeezing each individual oat. But no, do you ever wonder, though, if you drink almond milk, right? How many of you, put in the chat there, do you guys drink almond milk? You ever go to the store and realize how much is almonds? Buy a big bag of almonds, it's like, what, $10, $12 or something? But you buy a big jug of almond milk for $4. I'm going to leave that alone. Think about that a second. Big box of almonds. Bag of almonds, $12, $13, $10, $11. Big box of almond milk, $4. How many almonds do you think are in that? It's mostly just filler and stuff. Josh will be craving them. Nightly. No, thank you, Victor. These are awesome. Yeah, we still got. If anybody wants a package there of coming over, we're in Colorado. Knock on my door. I will hand you. If you knock on my door and end up knocking on my door, you find where I am. And have a zebra cake with you and then some. But over. Good stuff. Is there a parallel universe where zebras are eating human cakes? That's a good question. Maybe there's a parallel universe where it's little Debbie's and their human cakes, little shaped humans. And the zebras are eating them. You never know, right? Theoretically, there's that theory that all the animals on planet Earth are representations of other alien races throughout the, like the blue avians or the birds. You get it, right? The mantises, the mantis creatures. Lions are Sekhmet, right? Versions of Sekhmet. Lyrians running around. Anything's feasible. That would be awesome. Knock, knock. Where's my zebra cake? You show up at my door. I will have a package of zebra cakes and some freshly squeezed from the teats of oat milk. That would be, who's the oat milk squeezer? But I want to know who the first person was who's like, yeah, I need some milk. Let me get these oats over here. And just like I still wonder, like literally who, yeah, it's probably like we've seen monkeys eating coffee beans or something and they run around all alive, like waked up. Hyperactive. But who was the first guy? I want to interview the first guy like, all right, sir, how did you figure out to crack this nut here and make it into something you can drink? What were you thinking? It's like, where do we get these inspirations, right? Or the first zebra cake, right? Who's sitting there, little Debbie, going, the zebras aren't very well represented. Let's make a cake out of them. Well, but then where's the hyena cakes, right? I want the gopher cakes too, right? But no, only zebra cakes. We still have another one here, so you get 2 for 1 on this guy. And what I did notice is they skip you on the bottom. So the bottom has less of, it's almost a thin layer. You can almost see the cake. On top, though, they do a very good job of keeping the chocolate. And the chocolate is very even, too. It's good stuff. There you go. Cheers, brother. Was it in Die Hard? We all learned the ingredients to a Twinkie, right? Did I do that? With his father there. There we go. Good stuff. All right, guys. So let's clear some energies from this weekend. What is sticking? That's by design as a texture transit. Oh, okay, cool. I know that makes a lot of sense because you can see the cake itself through that, but yet there's a texture of the actual icing, the encased icing, I actually call it. The cosmic brownies. There we go. That sounds like something. Ooh, be careful. The cosmic brownies take 20 minutes. Ooh. Right. So yesterday, I guess I sprained my foot. I was going to go buy some new shoes, but I found my old pair of Adidas Sambas. And so they're not blown out yet. So I'll wear those. I get some new shoes for my new job. But so yeah, so gratefully, a sprained foot can heal instantly. And I woke up much better. I slept with my foot up, but on a pillow. Flat feet, when you have flat feet, if you don't wear right shoes, like bad fitting shoes, then your foot, and you sprain your big toe. It's in the book of Enoch. He talks about the watchers, angels, who choose to go against the rules to teach us. There we go, and provide us with, with knowledge to us. They shared this information with early civilizations. Awesome stuff. The Book of Enoch, if you have not read that, good stuff. It's like the tablets, Emerald Tablets of Thoth, if you have not read that. But we don't know if these things are, I mean, we have a speculation, but unless you go back in time, we don't know if these things are real. You know, good dawning. Mystic John, good dawning, brother. And he's usually alive like 11 my time, which would be like 1 o'clock East Coast. Or is it 1 and 3? But yeah, John, from across the pond. Love you, brother. Welcome. Grateful to see you. All right, so take a moment here, guys. We're going to do some breathing. And then we're going to clear the energies. Thank you, Victor. Again, a breakfast of champions from Victor. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. And we love you. And if you go live, you have to take the zebra cake challenge. There we go. So go live, eat some zebra cakes in honor of Victor with us. And the zebra cake challenge, we're gonna make it viral, right? And there's no challenge to it. They're delicious, but there you go. And who was it who said they didn't have zebra cakes? I'll be willing if it'll literally, they would legally allow it. I would send some to the UK. Who said they did not have zebra cakes? We need to mail them. Had never seen a zebra cake. Was that Lottie? Canada. Oh, if you don't have zebra cake, how do you not have zebra cakes in Canada? You guys have everything. It just has the Canadian logo on it. If you go to McDonald's in Canada, the middle of the M has the Canadian flag. You think Canada is, I guess they have to district. I don't know why they do. Ask me, if you live in Canada, can you ask me a question? Why is the Canadian flag everywhere? Is it like just so you guys realize, wait, we're on top of America? You're trying to stand out? When I went to Canada for a period of like 3-4 years, a couple times a year, I had a friend there. I still do, but now she's 10 hours north of Toronto. So it's a lot harder to get there. You could get there. Then you have a 10-hour car drive. So like, I'll get there, but I'll see you tomorrow, depending on your flight is. But everything has the Canadian logo flag on it as well. So you go to a restaurant, like used to go to Fridays, right? And the top of the I would be the Canadian flag instead of a dot. And the Fridays isn't business anymore, but you get the idea. Or Applebee's, it would be Applebee's Canada with a little. I don't know why they do that. You don't see like Applebee's America and then the U.S. flag, but I don't know. It's weird, but I generally don't go to Applebee's, but you get the idea. Mystic, French people aren't too smart. Ooh, okay. I can't. I don't know. Good dawning. It's Bath Maven on the work crew. I don't think she's in the Bath crew, but Bat Serena, love you, sister. Grateful. All right, so join me. Take a breath. Rick, Josh, did you back to Chicago is probably not actually the spot at this point. I'll leave it at this. We've reunited with my mom because we realized that I was at 2. I was traumatized, right? I don't know if you've been watching, but I was traumatized at 2. Yeah, you get the idea. Deeply traumatized, and so I've been living in trauma since 2. I didn't realize it, and then I did realize it, and then we pushed mom away. I had pushed my mother away. So now we're healing, and who knows? But there will be a surprise somewhere in December or January with Good Dawning because we're going to be doing it from a different location. We'll leave it alone. But right now, I don't know if Chicago's actually going to end. I don't think I'm actually ending up in Chicago. Dad is all right. he won't even know if I'm there for the first 6 months. He'll be like, "Oh, when did you get here? Oh, when did you get here? Oh, when did you get here? When did you get here?" For the next like, ooh, gross. For like 6 months of talking to my dad, it'll be like that. So, so yeah. So from your end, no, from my end, I'm going to be somewhere else. But I'll let you guys. You will when we go live one day, you'll be like, "What the hell?" And there you go. So we're going to leave it as a kind of a quiet secret here, but we are moving. December, January, we will be moving, but December has to be, unless I'm like the 1st of January and running because they're gonna want their keys, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Chicago is actually going to be the spot, but his dad's all right. He's in good place. Everything is legal and eagle on his universe and mine, and all of that. It's helping my 78-year-old mom and her universe. And right now she's in Cincinnati, but we're not even saying we're going to Cincinnati. We'll just leave it all kind of be. But things will be different, and you will see. And as I join you guys in the East Coast time zone, and so yeah, exactly. Hershey, good dawning. Hello, just open my eyes. Hershey, I'm gonna send you a message today. We'll figure what we were gonna discussing there. We'll maybe set that up into stone in some fashion. But good dawning, beautiful soul. Love you. Grateful to see you here. And Hershey, subscribe to Hershey. She's amazing and a wonderful soul. All you guys are wonderful and amazing. There's nobody here. It's like, oh, you ever been in that chat and it's like, oh, this person's here, and you can like see the chat energy go like, grateful. We don't have any of that here. We are all lifted. Yvonne, what the hell? Hang on, Yvonne. Why do you not have? Oh, lady. All right. I don't know why Yvonne did not have a wrench, but Yvonne, you have a wrench now. Thank you. I do not know why you had you slip so long without a wrench. What the hell? I'm sorry about that. Reshuffling. There we go. All right. So let's clear some energies from this weekend. What we don't want to cart anything that negative forward or anything that karmically forward if we don't have to. So take a deep breath in with me, if you would, please, guys. We're gonna do 3 breaths. First breath will be regular, 2 side breaths. Gratitude breaths that'll drop us into our heart chakra. And thank you again. Treat yourself, right? Do you treat yourself? There you go. But zebra cake, good stuff, guys. But wonder where these are made. Glendale, Tennessee. But let's see what we got here. Sugar, corn syrup. Wow. All right. So the first 2 ingredients, sugar and corn syrup. So they're extra sweet, but good stuff. They're tasty. All right, guys. And I venture to say one will be devoured. Actually, I'm gonna take some to work. That's a good idea. So when I'm standing there parking cars, I'll have the zebra cake, and that'll lift my spirits for sure. And awesome. All right. So take a breath in with me, if you would. Join me. Breathe in, and we'll hold it for 4 seconds. Cycling breath. And release for 4 seconds. All right, this time we're going to do a side breath. So when you breathe in, we're going to splice ourselves at the chest here, right under your, right at the stomach and the chest, your windpipe. There you go. And then we bend over, and as we breathe out, we say satisfied, or you can sigh. You release cortisol, and you dump yourself into your heart chakra there. So join me. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Bend over. Satisfied. There's no way you can't. There it goes. Just shunts your end, and you can feel it. If you feel your heart chakra, like your heart move around, and you can, it's its own living entity. Smarter than your brain, right? Then poof. All right, so take another breath. Breathe in. Hold tight. And chunk yourself up. Hiya. Satisfied. And generally speaking, at that exact moment, no matter what's going on in your universe, you've recentered yourself. There we go. It's hard to say. English is hard. You recenter yourself into presence, and then presence becomes your present. And you generally, at that exact moment, and it may be that the universe is spinning around you, you are satisfied. which is why I could not bring myself to try them on Saturday. Corn syrup. On my current, I don't mind. I mean, I don't eat a lot of corn syrup, but I don't care. Current struggle is trying to get away from enriched foods. I only consume corn syrup with whiskey and coke. Oh, there you go. Nice. But Coke will actually have sugar. There'll be a cane sugar version. I think there are two versions of Coke: cane sugar, not the Mexican Coke, and corn sugar Coke. But once it all shakes out there from, I think he just spoke off the cuff, and he never actually even asked him. And then they kind of got blindsided. Coca-Cola got blindsided. So he'll do that, like, hey, they're bringing back sugar. We never told him that, but they're bringing back sugar. But we never told Coca-Cola that, and they never told us that. But they're bringing back sugar, right? So one of those deals. Freshly squeezed oat teats, just for you. But yeah, there we go. Then we could do good dawning like this, right? Welcome to Electrified Hair with Good Dawning and myself, right, Mr. Floyd. There we go. Just trying to avoid putting gel in my hair if I don't have to, because I got to wear a hat later anyway. So yeah. So let's clear some energies from this weekend. What's in your crawl? What kept around? Did you go to the grocery store and get cut off? And did the sociopath laugh at you when they cut you off and said ha 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 and chuckled off as they paid for their groceries while you're still standing in line? Or did you get cut off by somebody, maybe a skateboarder? Or did you leave work Friday and your boss was yelling at you about Coke is good for battery terminals? Yeah, it is. Coke is good. It'll remove rust. It clears. If you guys a rusty metal, drop it in some Coca-Cola. It'll eat the rust. But yeah, no, it's it. Battery acid. You want to clean battery acid off? Victor's right. Use Coca-Cola. Good stuff. But yeah, it'll if you take they did that test with your stomach lining in Coca-Cola, and we'll go watch that. Yeah, but caramel color, not good stuff for you either. But if they made it without caramel color, it would be a much better deal already. But they don't be clear. We don't want clear Coke, God forbid. We had that at one point. The Crystal Pepsi, remember? Did anybody drink Crystal Pepsi? Tina, I have ginger cubes in the freezer, so just whiskey over ice with a cube of ginger. There you go. I like it. I've never been a whiskey guy. It's just too. I'm a clear like vodka, right? So like gin. Like the first time I drank a bottle of entire fifth of Beefeater gin in about 8 minutes. It was like eating 3 tabs LSD, maybe 4. It was crazy. But yeah, I'm lucky to be alive. So what's hanging from your weekend here? So take a moment, guys, and think about what's in your weekend and what you need to clear from your frame so that you can have a better week. And then we're going to set some intentions for this week through the. We'll ground it into the quartz. We'll grab a quick channeling here, and set some intentions and do a intentional discussion here for the week. But I only drink. I don't drink. If I drank like I used to, I'd be in trouble. The only brown liquor I did, Sailor Jerry's. If you know Sailor Jerry's, the highest brown rum you can pretty much use. No mas. Yeah, I get crazy. I like rum best and vodka also, but only Stolichnaya. Lithuanian vodka, Stolichnaya. It's not Russian. It's actually based out of Lithuania now. People were when Russia started their war there, they were like pouring out the Stoli, but Stoli's not from Russia. So don't pour out your Stoli. Put it in the freezer. Rick, I'm trying to. All right, so from our end here and yours, take a moment. What's in your frame there that you're trying to clear for this weekend? From this weekend, so we have a clear week. So take a moment, think back. You want to write it down. You can just break the energy. You can just throw it off of you. It's all symbolic, but it all has a saying. The energy knows what you're doing, and so does the greater source field. And your toroidal field, your energetic field of yourself, understands. I mean, energy is energy. So if you want to clear it, you're just making intentions to do so and removing it from your frame. Good evening, Angie. Welcome. Good evening. We thought about that. She's switching good dawning to good evening with Mr. Floyd and family. I tried a local witch's tea over the weekend, and it was so good. I can't remember what kind it was, but I want some more. Bartenders used to try to substitute absolute sneaky, but I could tell instantly bad vodka is better. Want Sailor Jerry like the Godfather tattooing? Yes, that's Sailor Jerry. Yeah, there's a picture of that tattoo. Exactly. Sailor Jerry's all about tattoos. All whiskey gets better. It's all poured through a copper sieve. You can get the world's crappiest vodka though, or gin, vodka especially. And just filter it through a Brita. If you get the cheapest vodka on the planet and you pour it through a Brita, you, there's not a lot of difference between that and a $50 bottle or a $10 bottle of vodka. And once you refilter it once or twice. All right, so let's clear our energies for the weekend. Whatever you need to clear, it's a self-guided exercise, and then we'll do a invocation. I couldn't think of the word for this week and bring in some better energies. But what do you makes me lazy and hungry? Oh, if you take a white tequila and infuse it with jalapenos, slice and leave seeds or deceased. Leave it for 12 to 12 and drink it with margarita mix and lemonade. So dangerously good. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. I'm going to go ahead and release here, guys. From your end, take a minute and clear the energies from this weekend, whatever it is that you need to clear. It's self-guided. I'm going to do the chalkboard method where I just really write the situation down on the chalkboard like I imagine it, and I erase it. And it goes away. And of course, whenever anything happens, if somebody stands up and says something to you and then walks away, you don't have to own the energy. You can just be like, go away. I break that energy. I clear it. Get out of here. I set it on fire. Whatever you want to do. Of course, we could use the violet flame as well. And we're going to get into working more with the violet flame this week. And there we go. So let's clear the energies from this weekend. You do, I do, we all do, or don't do. It's truly up to you. It's your universe. I'm just here to provide tools that were provided to me by Saint Germain and my higher self to all of us to help make our universes run smoothly, right? If you clear energy, your karmic energies out of your universe, your boss comes up and yells at it and you go, I don't know that. I clear you from my frame and get that out of my universe. Thank you. Shoo. You don't have to carry these things around. The universe, it's all flowing energy, so you control the flow. Like his lettuce is yummy too. All right, so here we go, guys. Take a minute. This is self-guided and clear the energies from this weekend, whatever you've got sitting around. We all got stuck with our family, maybe got stuck with the in-laws or something. I love my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. Remember, Flintstones. I love my mother-in-law. I bet they're good in Madagascar. Known for their vanilla. They would. For several vanilla bean and liquor. All right, so I'm clearing energies here. Just for a minute, guys. Then we'll get back to setting intentions for this weekend. Clear the energies. All right. Keep clearing as we go through. Yes, Sailor Jerry's rum. Jawohl. Now I know why I drank. Obviously I know why I was blocking by getting insidiously drunk. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys for hitting. Thank you, Hershey, for doing so. I love you when you do that. Thank you. Love you anyways, but appreciate you when you do that. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, guys, subscribing and doing all the YouTube things, as Hershey so kindly and gracefully says in our chats here. Thank you for doing so. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. But yeah, Chicago will not be where we're going. That is situated. Everything is situated there, and we'll be visiting, but no, we will be going somewhere else, and not Cincinnati, most likely either. But the dish did not run away with the spoon, so to speak, and there will be a big move in December, January. So we will explain more. Sometimes you got to get everything and get your ducks in a row before you announce that the ducks you want to line up, right? So once I have ducks in a row, I will bring out more 411. But the whole tenure of this show will be changing as of January, sometime in January. Everything will be changing. Change is good. Are you and Hershey going live tomorrow? I don't know about tomorrow, but we will be going live. Thank you. At some point, Hershey and I are going to talk about patterns, do pattern readings. I don't know if that'll be a permanent deal, but at least a one-shot deal where we're going to talk about patterning or patterns, helping to see your patterns. That's a big deal. That's really what it's all. In a lot of ways, that's kind of what it's about. But no, we haven't saw Oh, come on. Don't tease, spill the beans. No, we don't want to spill beans until things are situated. But yeah, so but things are grinding forward, grounding, moving. Cinnamon makes everything better, and vanilla extract. Cinnamon girl? But yeah, no, cinnamon in my coffee all the time. But so what are you clearing from this weekend? Remember, guys, if somebody gets in your crawl today, just energetically kick that energy out of your frame. That's what we're doing. We're just recognizing the energy and going, I don't want this in my frame. Get this. I don't own that. You go away. Basically, not you is the person, but their darker, their heavier energies go away. There we go. I got to clear that. But yeah, so make sure that you are doing the same, folkies. Don't carry any. Are you moving to tropical paradise, becoming an expat? No, I don't have a passport. No, I don't even have an active passport. So negative. I wouldn't want to be an expat or anything. I'm not. I don't know. I've only been overseas once, and that was on a cruise. So outside of Canada, which is like it's like America, but not. And they make sure you guys more flags. You think driving like maybe through like a small town in Alabama and you see a bunch of flags, right? Dothan, Alabama, for example, you see a lot of flags, right? Which is amazing and it's awesome. But ain't nothing like in Canada. There ain't no town that I've seen nowhere in America, even on Flag Day, that surpasses the amount of flags that you could see just driving down one street in Canada. Guarantee it. And they're big. Do you ever been to a Perkins, right? We all know Perkins, American restaurants. Their whole shtick was to have a flag as big as the restaurant. Remember that? Ain't nothing like that. I've seen some flags outside of Toronto that you could literally wrap an apartment complex in, not just a house, right? Ginormous flags. I mean, so your news was not from there. I heard you guys will appreciate what my news. I'll leave it at that. Hershey and when I give some news, Hershey and that's my clues, right? Hershey and Mo will appreciate it. Still a bit, but you'll see. So yeah, basically making big shifts, but that's good. Big shifts are definitely needed. I'll leave it at that. Sometimes, you haven't shifted. If you haven't shifted in a while, get a stick shift, and if you go from 5 gears to 7, you'll be or 6 gears, right? It's like, wait a minute, or get better yet, when you turn in your 4 gear manual, you don't even have 5 overdrive, right? You just have 4 speeds, and then you get a 6 speed. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. They are proud Canadians, like I said above. That guy I travel with displayed his flag everywhere we traveled to, each overnight stop on his tent. That's what I've noticed. In America, they've made it so it's like almost like sinful in a way to right. Remember, right? Exactly. And how many stories did you guys ever read about like HOAs, housing authorities, telling people that it's illegal for them to fly an American flag? Right. Not in Canada. You would not see that in Canada. No. I think every housing authority flies a Canadian flag. Wouldn't that be ironic if I moved to Colorado and you leave? Are you really thinking about moving to Colorado, Lakeside? And what side of the state? Would it be the western slope, or the eastern slope? And of course that's where the line is, anyways. The Continental Divide. Maybe I'll take you to the Continental Divide on Monday. I'm going into the mountains just because you got to, right? Late Memorial Day. But yeah, so the Continental Divide, where the water flows to the west and then the water flows to the east, is just about 30 minutes from my house. So yeah, you can watch rivers. I can watch rivers flow in 2 different directions. I'm literally within an hour of my house. That would be ironic. It would be. But if you are actually thinking about it, there's a lot of things to consider here. First off, Colorado is a bit of a wacky fanacky kind of place. I'll leave it at that. We're gonna it's already after 7, so we're gonna ground into this here in a minute. Colorado is and we'll do some gratitude real quick. So take a moment, guys, and just jump into some gratitude, and let's set some intentions for this week as well, real quick. So yeah, Colorado, but Lakeside. Before you do, make sure that you match with Colorado. Colorado does not match with me. Colorado is doing things that are a little bit different than a lot of states. And Colorado is not what I've learned as it's not consumer friendly. It's generally not as friendly to you as you might think it is. There are things about Colorado that you can see despise. I don't despise anything, but energetically do not vibrate with in any form or fashion. And so there are reasons otherwise that I'm actually outside of just not you. The mountains, as somebody who is a double cancer, the mountains were meant to do what they did, but then they energetically they can become blocking as well. So I need to get back to water for flow and just get, river, whatever it is. But Boulder is almost as expensive as Hawaii. Boulder is less arrogant than Hawaii, or is more arrogant than Hawaii, and I'll leave it at that. If you understand arrogance and self-importance, and Robin Williams did a poster back in 1979. 1979, and it's on the wall, a poster scene on Pearl Street. It's on the window. It's been there for 10 years at least. I even think it's autographed by Robin Williams, and it says basically, Boulder, it's expensive. It's got its head up its butt, and it's expensive. I drove it and put it on next time I'm on Pearl Street, which and get my mop chopped before I start my new gig. So next, it's unique, and that's about it. This week, Thursday, when I'm on Pearl Street and I get my mop chopped, I will haircut, right? Clean this up for my new job. I'll take a picture of that poster and you will understand. Boulder is literally a universe to itself. It's not the yoga that you're going to, it's the yoga clothes you're wearing. It's, ooh, you have a Tesla. Now it's, ooh, you sold or destroyed your Tesla. Boulder is doing studies like, let's remove all the cars from town and see what would happen. Boulder is suing the FAA to close its airport because its airport is polluting, even though it brings in over $1 billion a year to the town as far as economic monies, right? They actually have to spend $1 billion to remove their airport. It could take 50 years, but they want to put, because they have to redo the entire FAA flight system if they do that, if they're even legally allowed to, and it could still cost them $1 billion and they have nothing. And exactly, but because the number one reason it's too polluting is they want to get rid of their airport. So yeah, and they're doing a feasibility study to remove all cars from Boulder. So downtown Boulder, no vehicles. So yeah, you see where we're going, right? Flock cameras. Boulder has flock camera. You know what flock is? Flock is so that you can read license plates and facial recognition and stuff. Every corner. So yeah, Boulder is a fun place to be. So Boulder, right? You know, the more that they love you, right? They love you so much. It has the highest tax in Colorado. It has 30 cents more per gallon, something to that effect. The tax on their gas. They tax everything that has sugar in the ingredients. Everything. Spaghetti sauce is under the sugar tax. So yeah, Boulder, a fun place to be. They tax you for everything. The highest fees in the United States for building permits. Only 1% of Boulder can be under construction at a time. You can't even sell your house legally unless, depending on how many houses are for sale, there's a moratorium on how many houses can be for sale at once. So you might have to sit there and wait 6 months to sell your home just to put it on the market. Good stuff, Boulder. You be Boulder if you live in Boulder. If you lose in the Freedom Index, Boulder is way down at the bottom. Boulder, then when they had the Table Mesa King thing at King Supers, the Bang Bang, they tried to remove every gun. We'll just go door to door. They actually wanted to go door to door and remove them from the citizens, but that's not legal. So, but you get the idea, right? Register. Let's turn off the gas. So they went to the restaurants and said, we're going to turn off the gas to all your restaurants in Colorado and Boulder, right? And you're going to have to go electric. And they all went like hell we are. We're all just going to leave town. And so yeah, and exactly that was Wolfgang Puck's brother runs the restaurant coalition in Denver or in Boulder. In Boulder, but yeah, so Boulder, fun stuff, right? So exactly, you do not want to live in Boulder. Don't be Boulder thinking you're living in Boulder because you're not. You're actually being oppressed. That's like at the bottom, like Florida, Texas might be on the top of the Freedom Index, and Boulder would be is down towards the city-wise at the absolute bottom of the Freedom Index because it's overregulated. Exactly. Walk down the street in Boulder in a shirt that says FUC blank, and to watch the cops don't tell you that's not legal. Exactly. Boulder, fun place to be. How does Boulder have any residents? Because they They think they're being special. We're in our special safe place in America. Literally, that's what it's their special safe place. And Boulder does not. I don't know how you reside in Boulder. I mean, the average house cost is like 750 or and up, but they're not building any new property. So if you want to buy a house in Boulder, you have to buy a house and then tear it down and build a house. But if you buy the house, it depends on how many houses are actually being bought and torn down. You may have to wait because only, like I said, 1 or 2% of everything can be under construction. So you have to literally wait to get a permit, and it could be 6 months, a year, for you after you buy your house to knock it down to rebuild another house. Because Boulder has permanent. It's as big as it's ever going to legally get, unless they annex its airport and put houses on it, which they want to do, but that won't be done until like 2100 something. Millie, it would need to be mandatory partial shutdown. It's just like a holiday. More people would be out flying and driving, defeating the purpose, and personal holidays on top of that for fun. Let's see what Millie said here. I'm curious. Yeah, we saw how much the Earth was able to renew itself and everything shut down in 20. We should have a mandatory 4-week holiday. You can't really do a mandatory 4-week holiday. Shut everything down for 4 weeks. If you really did that, because of the on-time distribution of the world, it would theoretically, and I don't know how it didn't happen before. It all should have just collapsed. It did not, though, right? It never does. But the real-time distribution of everything should have already fallen apart. All right, so let's set some intentions for this week, and then we'll jump into the crystal here real quick. We'll do the crystal and intentions at the same time, just to speed things up, and then we'll get out of here. All right, I need a little trailer on the outskirts of Boulder. Deer in my yard every morning. Loved it. I had lived in a little. There you go. Boulder is beautiful. You know what? They set up themselves as a nuclear-free zone. So they've stated to the world that if nuclear war happens, they are literally, they stated this. They're a nuclear-free zone and would not participate. And so far, they've done pretty good. They kept themselves nuclear-free so far. So, but yeah, I do not like the humidity. I kind of miss it. It doesn't bother me. And yeah, we'll get used to it again. Italy was super slow in August, and that was kind of all right. So let's ground into the quartz crystal here, guys. All right. So from your end to mine, of course, intentions. We're going to do some intentions too. So with your permission, energy works only with your permission. And of course, don't ever let anybody go, stand still a minute on you without your permission first, please. And thank you. And of course, as EA said many months ago, don't let them do energy and then walk away and leave the portal wide open, as you will be dragging things around into your universe for as long as that portal is wide open. So whether you're standing there. I just saw the Earth heal and figured we needed to sacrifice some. Yes, we do. I don't disagree. There's got to be a balance in some fashion. But I don't disagree, Mo. We have to do something. But yeah. I don't mind humidity as long as it's in Hawaii. There you go. But yeah, well, you're in Oklahoma. I don't know how much humidity you get in the plains there. But all right, so here we go, guys. We could chat for hours here. Now that sounds wow, Hawaii. I've never had a thought. My dad's going to Hawaii, and he's like, "Hey, we're going." Literally, I was about to have surgery. My dad's like, "I'm going to Hawaii. If you want to join us, you can. I'll play for your airline ticket, but you need spending money." I'm like, "Dad, I'm having surgery." And that was the only time I ever had a opportunity to go to Hawaii with my dad or anybody, or go to Hawaii. But all right, here we go, guys. And then, of course, you went over COVID. You had to stay in the hotel room for 2 weeks first, 3 weeks. Yeah. All right, so we're clearing some energy, set intentions. So add your intentions to this crystal. What are you looking to achieve this week? What are you looking to bring in for this week? What's your intention for this week? We're going to ground it into the crystal itself and see what comes. So take a moment, guys. Think about what you're looking to create this week. What are you looking to bring in? What are you looking to bring forward? What are you looking to bring into your universe? And Mo, I don't actually. The 2 weeks of the first 2 weeks ago when nobody was even driving, the air was totally clear. I'm absolutely not. We just got to find some sort of balance on this planet. But yeah, I do not disagree. Maybe we'll make all the shipping vessels sailboats, but then it would take like years, right? Imagine that if instead of we do sail, it would take 6 months instead of 3 to get your stuff across the ocean. 2 months. Yeah, I mean, technically, I would say we could go back to living like the Indians. That's my ideal living situation. But I don't know. I wish we could do that. Like Dances with Wolves would be like that kind of life. Yeah, perfect. All right. So what's blocking your root and sacral chakra? See what you're looking for this week, and ground into it. What are you looking to create this week? Put it into the crystal, and create it with intention. So I intend to create this week. I intend to bring in all what this week, and I intend to, at the end of the week, the awesomeness will be what for myself this week. So ground that in and bring it in for yourself. I like living in the country. Move into the country. I'm going to eat a lot of peaches. Move into the country. I'm going to eat me a lot of peaches. All right. We're not going to take too long here because we're already over time. I think wearing a loincloth would become, there you go. Yeah, I think it would be fun until it's not. With low blood pressure, I get cold when it's like 70 degrees. I start to get cold. So a loincloth for this gentleman would be a not so bueno idea. Maybe at 95 degrees. But I like that my area is still a little country suburb. It's changing in the last 20 years and definitely since the 80s. Like Longmont. When I moved to Colorado, where the town I'm in, was 100,000. Now it's like 150,000, and they're building like 10 apartment complexes. So it'll be 170,000 shortly. Haha, Victor, you can wear a loincloth. I'll wear a toga. There you go. Nice. I'll wear a double X t-shirt and just down to my knees. Covers everything. Under 70, I'm wearing a blanket. I'm with you, Tina. I have I don't have low blood pressure flows through me. There you go. And so I don't have anything, but low blood pressure is something that my body seems to enjoy. And so with that, there's positives to that, but the negative is I get cold really fast. I get cold just walking through the grocery store. Yes, a toga seems more comfortable. Trista, yes, Trista, love you. Have an awesome day. All right, let's seal this off, guys, and close it out. Favor, Trista, to your universe, and may something amazing happen today for you and each and every one of you. All right, we're going to seal this off. Again, though, what are you looking to achieve this week? Ground it in real quick, and we'll clear your root and sacral chakras to help it bring in mashed potatoes. Yeah, there you go. Garlic or regular? If they have garlic in them, I'm down. I haven't made mashed potatoes in a while. One of my favorite foods. It's like the most calorie dense food, but they're delicious. Sealed. All right, let's hermetically seal this, guys. Sealed with love. All right. So yeah, what are you looking to create this week? Bring it in, see it for yourself. Take a moment, close your eyes. Let's close our eyes for a moment. What do you see this week? Saint Germain, we are grateful and we are seeing all awesomeness this week. We are seeing all amazingness this week. So close your eyes and stand in your frame of what you are looking to create. You are the master creator of your universe, right? So create what you are mastering. Create what you look to master and create for yourself. Be the master of your energies this week and stand in your frame, releasing transmission. So be the master of your energies this week and stand in your frame and create your universe. Let's close out then with a... I just knocked my Florida water on the floor. But it's in a bottle. But So let's close out with a group hug. Or we could go on. We could keep going till Truth Wave. The world's longest... we could do the longest Truth Wave in a half an hour, guys. All right. We have so many deficiencies that we don't realize. The blood tests don't check for that. Yeah. This is... You know what I bought the other day? It was deficiencies. And I do not recommend it. Is liquid zinc. I've been trying to change up my vitamins, and as I'm purchasing, I bought like liquid vitamin D3. You take so much more, right? You only get like third of what you take if it's a pill, but if you take it in liquid, you get all of it, mostly. So vitamin D3. Then I picked up, because I'm like, all right, here's another one, liquid, right? Ugh. Liquid zinc is terrible. It tastes like I mean, it's a metal, so it tastes good. But yeah, you 25 drops. But the taste lingers, and it lingers, but you get the whole thing. It's gross. Um, that was a quick channel. Thank you, Saint Germain. All right, so let's close out, guys. Left arm up. To the person to your left. Right arm up on the shoulder to your right. And if you know who you are putting your shoulder to shoulder with there, you can say hi in the chat to them. But left arm up, right arm up. Here we go, guys. All right, so we take a love out of our left hand and we spin it around. And we take our love, releasing it from our right hand. It's going to go out through each and every one of us. It's going to go out to the next person and through their heart and through their heart, through Millie's heart and through Trista's heart, through Laura's heart, through Victor's heart, and back in through my heart and through Rick's heart and all the way back around. And as we spin around faster and faster, spinning into one bigger heart as we go super fast, like the Large Hadron Collider. At that point, we are one heart spinning, and each of us energies merging into one. As we take our larger one heart group here, and we take that love, we connect it like a reverse tornado, and we place it up into and lock it in with the greater source field. And we see everybody in the greater source field in love, peace, and awesomeness. And we see each and everybody here in love, peace, and awesomeness as well. And we see everybody in the greater source field with four walls. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should be living in a mud hut, tent, or a teepee, or under a bridge, unless you're Anthony Kiedis in the early 80s from the Red Hot Chili Peppers there. But otherwise, there's no reason why anybody should be living in any form or fashion other than a 2-bedroom house. Why? Because you can fit everybody on this planet in a 2,000 square foot 2-bedroom house on an acre of land in Texas. Why? Because it's Texas and everything's bigger and better in Texas, deep in the heart of Texas, right? But you can fit the entire population of planet Earth, every man, woman, baby, and child in a 2-bedroom house individually with an acre of land and have more space in Texas than you would need. So there you go. We don't have a population problem. We have an inner city density problem. But is that a problem, or is that no, it may be a problem for those living there, but is it a problem otherwise? That's the question you have to ask. Exactly. Why is that there? And then we see each and every one of us in those homes with fresh water. Why? There's no reason why anybody should be dragging water from a river or a lake or a mud hole or anything else, boiling it, and then waiting for it to cool down and finally being able to drink water, right? There's no reason when we have 6 different companies that make boxes that will pull water out of thin air, out of the atmosphere, as long as there's 10% or more humidity, generally speaking. Food. There's no reason why anybody should be starving on this planet either. We do create enough food. What we don't do is distribute it wisely. So unfortunately, if we learn how to distribute food better and learn how to get it to market in a better fashion, we would not have people. There's no reason why anybody should not have fresh fruits and vegetables in their home. We create enough. Sadly, though, most of it dies along in the field. It gets plowed over. It doesn't make it to market. It dies on the boat. Whatever it is, we are not caring enough to make sure it gets run around the world. Everybody here should also have purpose and love. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not be loved or in love or have love. Everybody should, theoretically, not always the case, been born in love. But there's no reason why anybody on this planet, when there's 8 billion of us, should have to run around looking years for it, like myself, for just a single hug and wait 5 years for one single hug. There's no reason why anybody should have to go through that. As well as love. Everybody on this planet, or as well as purpose. Everybody on this planet should have purpose as well. If you're born on this planet, there is purpose. You created that purpose with your council of elders before you came to planet Earth. So may you remember that purpose, and may those in your universe help you to find and step into that purpose. And may you realize that you have a purpose-driven life, whether you realize it, you realize you're living through somebody else's eyes and you are not seeing your purpose. May you see it through yourself and realize through your realize inside yourself and out that you are born with purpose, you are loved, and that there is a reason for you on planet Earth. You see the governments of the world apologizing for grifting, grafting, lying, and stealing from their citizens, and we see the armies of the world realizing they were lied to by their governments, and put down their weapons and apologize to those they otherwise would have shot and removed from planet Earth. Why? For absolutely no reason. And of course, we see the governments who have been lying, grifting, grafting, and stealing, and whatnot, Huji and whatnot from their citizens there. We see them apologizing for all of that. And of course, we see the governments of the world having a hot dog eating contest. And whoever could beat Joey Chestnut there and his hot dogs. And exactly. So whoever's the greatest hot dog eater in the planet there, and again, my guess would be Putin. based on his discipline. But nonetheless, whoever it is, they can shake a stick and run around thinking that they're running the world. Really, we ignore all of that and we do what? We rule our own universes. We see each and every one of us here in love and light. We see each and every one of us in this live or watching this replay, rewind, what have you, with love, with peace, with abundance, whatever that is for you. You create your own abundance, and whatever that is, you fill it in. We see financial freedom for each and every one of us. We see medical freedom for each and every one of us. And we see emotional freedom for each and every one of us. There we go. We see purpose in everybody's universe, purpose in everybody's lives, and purposes in everybody's direction and where their lives and universe. And we see each and every one of us in that awesome space. We see Mother Gaia with no X's or O's in her sky. Pardon me. And we see no forever chemicals on her soil or in her waters as well. With that, we take the love that we've been spinning up and we release that tornado of love like a big balloon, right? And it floats up into the greater source field, spreads out, and our love and our hearts merge with everybody else in the greater source field, helping to bring more love, purpose, and peace to everybody on planet Earth today. And with that, we close out by saying hallelujah. So it is, thank you, and so it shall be. Sealed with love. All right, guys, we are done. Thank you for a very long, good done. That's crazy. My doctor actually emailed me after my recent blood work and said everything looked good. The cholesterol meds were working, etc. I love my doctor. I love your doctor too because it's keeping you around, and we get to see your awesome soul here. So I too love your doctor. So there we go. Doctor, can't you see I'm falling? All right. Guys, have an amazing day. Millie, enjoy your Billy Madison day today. Millie is going to play Billy Madison. I think she's going back to school. She's spending the day at school with her daughter, I think, or by her, as far as orientation. So don't get disoriented in school today as you get oriented with the school for your daughter's sake. And have an amazing day, guys. Whatever it is you're doing, Rick, stay as healthy and amazing as you are. Karen, we love you. And grateful that I wouldn't want anybody else to be number 500 but you. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Have a great day, family. Now, you got out of it. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know how you got out of it, but awesome. All right, guys. Stay amazing. And remember, everything you do or don't do upgrade your loving, living universe. And if you're still in your dark night of souls, you release your darkness into the light. You are the light. Then you vibrate into yourself. Everything gets better, and you become more amazing. And, of course, zebra cakes. Love you guys. I will see you all in the next, which will be Truth Wave very shortly. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Stay away.